The final tugs are here. These drop on Thursday the 30th. So make sure on the email list link below so you get early access, get the sizing guide, get all the specs, and get, more importantly, early access before everyone else. You get your boots sooner, and you get as close to guaranteeing a pair as humanly possible. We got kind of a controversial one today. And even if it's not controversial to everyone, it is to me, because we'll go over it. And we got a nice little Everyman Jack box. And I almost didn't record, I kind of stayed away from this brand because there's certain brands you want to bring publicity to. There's certain brands that don't want you to bring any publicity. You know, like some of these small brands that they're just like mom and pop shops. They don't always want a lot of attention. But there's also brands that we avoid because I just disagree with some of the things they do. And that's one of these brands. But they sent one in. And so I was like, let's do it. Let's see what they got. Let's see what's going on here. And so what is the brand? I think it's Luosjiet. I don't know how they pronounce it. So let's figure that out first and foremost. Then we'll start talking about like why people are concerned about it and what my personal concerns are with this brand. If they have a website. So first, who in the heck is Luosjiet? I don't know how to say it. Do a little zoom so I can read it. Nice, love a good pop-up. I just want one right there. Frequently asked questions. I want to know about what's their about page? There it is. Hello everyone, this is Lousjiet membership store. We specialize in manufacturing high-end men's shoes with Goodyear welted construction. Our company's own factory is located in the World Shoe Manufacturing Center, Luosjiet Town in Dongyan City, China. We have always produced boots for many international top-tier brands and also customized supporting products for some high-end clothing brands. We have accumulated a rich production experience which enables us to manufacture high-quality products. The factory directly faces customers and there's no intermediaries to earn price differences, so the Luosjiet brand emerged. This model makes everything simple and people can buy high-quality footwear products at a cheap price. A high-quality life does not need to be expensive. This is the commitment to Luosjiet brand to you. Thank you for your care and support. So, you know, not a lot of info there other than just like some classic about me stuff. Okay, so then let's look at their products. Okay, let's see what's going on here. The Indiana mock toe boot. Oh, that sure looks familiar, doesn't it? Almost like a one-for-one replica of the one and only Alden Indy. And when I say one-for-one replica, I mean one-for-one replica, because I hate this welt that's like undyed. It's like that rolled welt that Alden puts on their boots. It's cheap, it looks cheap. And so they literally copied it, like panel by panel, stitch for stitch, component by component. Let's look at the heel and see if they copied the heel. Let's see if they have it. Yeah, they even have the little scalloped heel there. And so that's some of the concern that people have with this brand is they're not taking these time-honored products and these iconic silhouettes and evolving them and changing them, improving them. They're making one-for-one copies. But they are $259. These are micro adjust belts, handmade right here in the shop by us. Premium leather, solid brass hardware, and the rounded buckle so it doesn't dig in your gut all day. But what is micro adjust? Well, the one problem everyone always has with their belts is one hole's too tight, one's too loose. These little adjustments right here allow you to adjust your belt by 1/2 inch increments so it fits you exactly how you want for the lifetime of the belt. So check them out below. I got so carried away that I literally forgot to do the rest of the unboxing. So if this is jarring while you're watching this, it's because I got carried away talking about that boot right there that you probably haven't seen yet. So let's see what Everyman Jack's up to lately. We've worked with Everyman Jack for several years. I use Everyman Jack every day because they just give us so much of their like deodorant and beard balms and oils and all this stuff that I just have a never-ending supply of it. But that doesn't mean that I just use it because it's a never-ending supply. I like it, and that's why I use it, because we get tons of free stuff. You know, we have these unboxings, we get brand sponsorships, And some of them I use, some of them I don't, and some of them I use literally every day, and that's Everyman Jack. It's not an exaggeration. And even when I've ran out of Everyman Jack, I still go down to Harmon's and grab me a new stick of deodorant. And so I can personally vouch for this brand. I really like Everyman Jack. They're a really cool company. And what's cool about them is you don't have to just order from their site. You can go to like any of their stores and get their, any store and get their stuff, because they have a pretty good distribution. What do you know what I'm trying to say? They got a lot of distribution. Woo! Okay, let's see what we got. Alpine Meadows 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Let's give it a sniff test. Woo, that smells good. That's the other thing I like Everyman Jack for is it's not like overly cologne-y, and it's not overly like Old Spice. I don't know how else to say it. They're like natural, good, manly smells, you know. And I wear my own cologne because I also love cologne. I wear cologne every day, and I don't want my scent of my deodorant and my body wash or whatever to compete with my cologne. And so I like Everyman Jack because it almost accents the cologne because it's really earthy, like manly smells. I guess what I'm getting at. Let's see, Amber Sandalwood, antiperspirant deodorant. They also have just regular deodorant that's not antiperspirant. That's what I wear because I sweat a lot, but I don't like antiperspirant. Ooh, that smells really good. Nice. But the thing is, it says 0% parabens, phthalates, and dyes. So they still have the aluminum, which is like the part that makes you not sweat. But at least they've cleared out a lot of the other stuff. And that's the other part of Everyman Jack that I like is, let's see if they have their motto on the back. Clean, effective, made for men. But they use really natural ingredients and they cut out a lot of that chemical bull crap. Oh, that smells like an ex-girlfriend. What the heck? Vanilla cedar. One of my girlfriends was sneaking Everyman Jack without me knowing it. Beard and scruff soft. I use this, not this specific one, but I use a beard balm every day. It conditions your skin underneath your beard so it doesn't get all flaky. I also dry brush, like brush my beard and mostly the skin underneath to get all that loose skin and flakes off so I don't have a flaky, nasty, itchy beard. And the beard balm is an important part of that because you want to condition it. Let's try this one. That one's good. I have this one actually, I think. No, I have a different sea salt one. Still smells really similar though. I think it's a different sea salt one. Another sandalwood beard and face wash. I'm honestly too lazy to use a separate beard and face wash, but I also don't have any issues with acne or anything like that. Sandalwood teak. Let's see what this one smells like. Ooh, that one's really good too. I honestly needed to restock because I have. Actually, which one do I have? Should I show you just to prove it? I have a giant bottle of Everyman Jack in the shower right now. Every Jack man. Jack every man. I have. Oh, I got a ton of Harry Potter body wash. What the heck? That's so funny. It's this. Oh, it's sandalwood and amber. No wonder I like the smell. It's my literal body wash I have right now. Yeah, it's amber and sandalwood, but I don't see it on their site. What else we got? Exfoliating body wash. I actually do like I exfoliate with like I got it from I usually use like loofahs and stuff. I switched to those, I can't really call them. They're like Japanese net thing. But same concept. Get all that dead skin off. Get all your ingrown hairs out. So, gotta love Everyman Jack. So go check these out in your local store. You go shopping, check them out online. It's a good brand, and they're really fun to work with. They made me do some of the dumbest stuff I've ever done on camera too, which I love. I smashed the coconut really hard, and it was fully rotten on the inside, and a piece of the shell went into my hand a little bit. I was bleeding all over the place. They sent us a full, what do they call it? Not dunk tank, the cold tank, cold plunge. And I made me do it in their freaking full Everyman Jack fit, and then I made all my employees do it too. After I was like, you guys have to do this too if I have to do it. So they're just a really cool, fun brand, and they make high quality stuff that smells good, that performs well. So I vouch for Everyman Jack. I love them. So check them out below. And back to the Lousjiet. Okay, so let's look at what else they got. Their website, this whole banner is kind of a little service boot. Very nice. I literally can't even scroll through their site. Another service boot, but nobody owns these patterns. You know, it's just kind of a ubiquitous pattern. think I use Ubiquitous, right? Yeah, can't really say that's an iconic one. This looks a lot, this looks like a lot like Crown Northampton. I wonder if this is like Crown. This looks so much like Crown Northampton. Yeah, look at that. That's like a, but that's not, you know, there's a lot of people that make boots or shoes similar to that. Got the classic white sneaker that, you know, once again, you can't really own the white sneaker. Oh, I'm in sneakers. Okay, you got your classic mock toe, literally called the classic mock toe. You've got, you know, some more service boots, another Alden Indy copycat, Chelsea boot, Boondocker, Commander boots. Okay, so one clear copycat, and you might think like, oh, why does Weston care so much about Alden Indies? I thought he hated that brand. I'm like, I don't hate that brand. I hate when brands overcharge for the products that they're selling and have no reason for it. But let's look at their Instagram and see if we see any other direct replicas. That sure looks like a panel by panel replica of copycat of Danner's Bull Run. It looks like a panel by panel copycat of Donkey Punchers from my boy John Lofgren. I don't know, maybe this boot looks familiar to you guys. Which model is this? The Iron Ranger, nope. Okay, so you see what I mean? Like, it's panel by panel, stitch by stitch. Everything is an exact replica. It looks awfully like a Red Wing mock toe. Okay, let's go to their tagged. So what is that, like 5 or 6 offenses of a direct one-for-one copy of someone else's design and pattern, and let's see what else they got here. There's another Iron Ranger copycat. A lot of the Alden copycats, which probably is partly due to that's probably partly my fault. But that's what you get when you expose brands. People see the opportunity and they make the product the other brand should have. So you see what I mean? It's a little concerning, you know, especially from a reviewer standpoint, because you don't want to promote people that are not creating original products. Because as a product designer, there's nothing worse than having your stuff ripped off. Like, let me just show you, let's just see. Can I get into Pinterest? I might have to pull it up on my phone. So I'll pull it up on my phone. Oh, who's been looking at cool cars and trucks and boots? Mercury Cougars? I'm gonna just search camera harness. Okay, let's see how long it takes to find one of the copycats. That's my picture. Oh, there's my harness that's patented. That's an AI image. It's frustrating when you spend years and months developing, prototyping, and for some of these brands, decades of building their brand identity, building their brand image, building all the things that make these iconic boots, like the Iron Ranger, like the Alden Indy, like the classic mock. And then somebody in China just was like, you know, that's a really good idea. It's such a good idea that I'm gonna copy it. Not just like kind of copy it down to the stitch color, the stitch length, the hardware used, the materials used. And I think that's disgusting. I hate that shit. That's why I was like, I don't think I really want to review this brand, because to me, you know, there's probably some excuse where people can say, oh, they're just, you know, they're sampling stuff. Alden didn't make them, so someone else did. That's not the right way to do it. You have to evolve the idea. You have to change what the brand was doing and evolve it to make it better, to make it different, to make it more suited for what you're trying to make. But instead, they're just cheaply ripping off iconic designs and cutting the cost to a point where how do you if you're looking for an Alden Indy and you watch one of my reviews where I'm like, this is bull. These boots should be like $250, $350. That's missing all the internal components they used to have. Like, what the hell, Alden? And then you see a brand that's like, oh, well, we just made all those components leather like they used to be. The price is where it should be, and they look just as good, if not better. We'll see. I don't even know what's in here. I don't know if it's an Alden or what. Than the Aldens. How do you not buy that? And I don't even like Alden. I think Alden's been like basically scamming their audience or their fan base for the last decade at least, if not more. Scamming in quotations, basically removing the quality materials, increasing the prices, and having all the stuff we've talked about. So I don't, you know, it puts a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't like it, and I don't like thieves, and I don't like copycats. I don't like when people take other people's hard work and try to profit off of it. I think it's gross. And so, even though they sent this in, I don't give a fuck because I just don't like when brands do that shit. It runs counter to everything that I value about entrepreneurship and product design and even reviewing products. Yeah, let's unbox them. And then I want to show you, I think Teak had a really, really good perspective on this, and I'll link his video below. His channel is called Bootlosophy, and he's an Australian bloke, and he's really, really cool and nice, and he's got a unique perspective on the industry. He takes a approach that I can't do because he actually wears them for extended periods of time, and he can't review obviously near as many boots, but he rounds out the information that we are lacking. And so go subscribe to him. He's a very nice guy. I've never actually talked to him in any way, but I can just tell he's nice. I can just tell he's a good dude. So let's see what they sent us. And then we're gonna figure out how to say this name. Lousjiet, Loose Ethics, maybe. What do we get? Oh, it is the Alden knockoff. Wow, I'm surprised I'm not surprised they sent this to me, because now the question is, do I do a video of these? Because it's a double-edged sword, right? Because if I make a video on these and I promote this brand, even if I do the whole videos like, screw this brand, they're ripping off of like all these cool designs, they're ripping off American heritage, and they're trying to undercut American brands, that still introduces the brand to hundreds, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. It's a weird position to be in, especially if at the end of the video, these shine. You know, it's like all the other components. It's everything that Alden should have been doing for the last 20 years. This is why Alden is like, this is the reason this happened is because Alden didn't do it. You know, but at the same time, even though I don't like Alden's practices and how they run their business, it's still an American brand. It still owns this dressy mock toe style. And it's not like this is an evolved version of it. So it's sticky, it's tricky. And I honestly don't know how to feel about it, because does it value more to tell the truth about a brand and expose the unethical practices they have that are unethical to me as an American, but maybe not to some Chinese manufacturers? Or do you just let it go and just mum's the word and not say anything about it? And so that's why I was like, do I even record this video? You know, like, I don't know if I want to add any extra publicity to this company. And I think they reached out in all earnesty, like, oh yeah, we want you to review this. I'm like, yeah, send it in. And so they're not gonna be very happy about this, but that's what you get. I don't feel bad at all. I wanna look at Teak's video. There's our guy. I'm subscribed. This is just not signed in. So please subscribe to Bootlosophy. He's a very, very good reviewer. He's got a unique perspective. He seems like about as nice as anyone's ever been. I don't know how to spell the brand. Eesh, that was rough. Okay, I think he has a really good take on this. I can't hear him.
But I have to tell you the truth. With this brand, I was concerned their models were copies.
Yeah, right? Same. I don't know how to turn this up. I can barely hear it. Where's my bar?
How you going? My name is Tech, and this is Bootlosophy.
I think I called him
my
Teak.
channel
I meant Tech.
on heritage boots and sometimes other men's gear.
Sorry, Tech.
So, this is a boot from the brand Luosjiet.
How do you say it?
I
just
never
missed
really
it.
had a...
I can't hear it.
So, this is a boot from the brand Luosjiet.
He says
I
Lousjiet.
never really had a hankering to review.
So go watch this, because I think he's got a really well-rounded take on this situation. Uncle Tech, sorry, I didn't mean to call you Tech. But you know, it's interesting too, because like I said, you might assume that I've been like, buy these right now. Yeah, screw Alden. It's like, even though we talked a lot of trash about Alden for good reason, that doesn't mean that I'm like in full support of basically design infringement, like fully stealing patterns. Because I guarantee I guess that's maybe the next question. How do they copy this panel by panel? How do they make it so perfect, like a basically identical replica? Because they buy a pair and then they dissect them and they literally make them panel by panel. So, you know, my initial thought is I hate it. I think it's disgusting. I think it's unethical. I think it's gross. But that's my perspective as someone that designs footwear, that someone that designs products, that's had my stuff ripped off, and as an American. And it's a Chinese brand, and they have different rules over there. But regardless, I think it's still gross. I just don't like it. I think even though it's a brand that I don't put a lot of favor into, it would be no different than, I don't know, what's a brand that I don't like? It'd be like the little Nike Mines. We talk so much shit about those, but if a company in China just ripped them off and was selling them and basically did it, I'd feel the same way. I'm like, it's a shit idea, but it's not your idea. Like, so it's mixed up. I don't know how to feel about it. So that's why I want to do this as kind of like an introductory thing, because I want to get your guys' opinion on it and what you think, and maybe inform me on your guys' perspective on this issue. Because, yeah, that's my thoughts right now. But looking at the boot, just initially, it's got a full-length veg tan insole, which is, you can see the grain in there, so that's already up from Alden's split leather insoles, whatever the hell you do that for. They've got a knockoff Vibram outsole. This is really gummy and really soft. It doesn't have a full-length midsole. It's got the welt and then a rand right here at the heel. It has really thick leather. Like, this heel stay is like, that's probably 3 millimeters thick. So this is a beefier, more leather full version of an Alden with the exact same pattern. So, yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't even know if I want to do a full main channel video, just because these guys will get more publicity from that than if I weren't to review it. But at the same time, I like exposing brands, and there's probably some people that don't fully understand I guess my perspective on stealing people's concepts and ideas and directly knocking off and copying other people's work. I don't know. So let me know your guys' thoughts, and if you do want to see this cut in half, it's a pretty easy comparison to Alden. And maybe it's time to bring back the Alden content. You know, it's been about 1.5 years, 2 years since we reviewed him last. Maybe it's time we check in anyway. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. So thank you guys. See ya.